You may have heard about Breatharianism before, but what really is it? And is it actually real or a myth? What is the point of Breatharianism? And is it right for you? Well, let's dive right in. A breatharian is someone who doesn't use food as a main energy source. Some breatharians eat just some fruit or nuts once or twice a week. Others just drink a glass of fresh juice each day and eat nothing. It varies from person to person, but the point is their main energy source is the breath. You see, the two main energy sources for each human being is the breath and food. And we are not talking about physical or chemical energy here, but life force energy, which is essentially light. You use this light to fuel your words, actions, thoughts, emotions, and biological processes such as healing, digestion, and so on. With your breath, you draw in light from infinite potential, or the zero-point field as it's called in quantum physics, into your being. It is actually an incredibly genius mechanism that every being in the universe uses. It is the universe's direct gift to each individual. The other mechanism is to eat food. This is an indirect way of infusing your being with light. The sun breathes in light energy from infinite potential, and then it breathes out some of that light. And this light then enters our plants through photosynthesis, and those plants then produce fruits, nuts, vegetables, grains, and flowers from the excess light that those plants don't use. We then eat the products of those plants. Or there is even a further step where animals eat the plants and then we eat the animals. The thing is, with each step in the light chain process, the light that is passed on is of a lower vibration than in the previous step. Plus, some of the light is consumed by the sun, plants, and animals before we eat it, and it is therefore not an efficient way of intaking light. What's more, some of the light energy we consume for food is needed for the digestion of that food, further reducing the light that we receive at the end. It may initially seem impossible to just mainly live off breathing, and that is true for most people currently. You see, with the breath, the universe gives you the exact light you need for you to do what the universe wants you to do at that time. Life is saying, here is some energy, and this is what I'd like to do, say, or think with that energy through your being. If you are fully surrendered to the universe's will, you do not need anything other than the breath. However, the great majority of people are not fully aligned with life's will. When you pursue your own will rather than surrender to life's will, you somewhat block your connection with infinite energy, and you require a new energy source. The energy you are breathing is not for the actions you want to take, or the words you are deciding to say, or the thoughts you are having, and so you need a different energy source that not only fuels your own will, but fuels your resistance to life's will, as resistance takes energy. And so this is where food comes in. You can do anything with the light you receive from food. But even different foods have different frequencies. And so, someone who is strongly resisting life's will and pursuing their own will likely be attracted to eat a lot of food, and their diet will consist mainly of low vibrational food such as meats, processed food, or fast food. Someone who is somewhat surrendered to life will likely be attracted to eat moderate amounts, and their diet will mainly consist of higher vibrational foods such as fruits, nuts, and vegetables. Someone who's very surrendered to life will likely eat very little, as the majority of their thoughts, actions, and words are fueled by their breath and truth, and any food they do eat will be of a high vibration. One's diet is a very good indication of how surrendered one is to life's will, although it is not a 100% accurate indication. If you keep going deeper with your surrender, you'll find yourself naturally becoming a breatharian. We know this is true from personal experience. You get to a point where eating food doesn't make much sense and doesn't feel right in your system anymore. You are adding a lower vibrational, indirect light source into your being compared to the breath, and you are not really using that light for anything, as your actions, words, and thoughts are already fueled by your breath and truth, and you need to use light energy to digest that food. So it becomes easy to opt out. Breatharians also sunbathe and sun gaze whenever they can in order to receive light from the sun in more direct ways. Now, upon hearing all this, there will be a part of you that wants to force breatharianism on yourself to project this image that you are surrendered and aligned to life. We strongly recommend you do not do this. Breatharianism isn't something you can force, and breatharianism is not the cause of your alignment and surrender. It is one of the symptoms. It happens naturally. First, surrender, and you'll find the changes in your diet happen with no force at all. It will be easy to make those transitions. For guidance to go deeper with your surrender to life, we encourage you to download our free guidebook, a link to which is in the description below.